So let's look at section 6.3. Do you guys have any questions? No. Is everything okay? The homework? I did not get time to prepare your quiz over the weekend. I have an exam today, so.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not like mad at you or anything.
You're very happy.
Yeah.
We'll forgive it this one time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, so I was thinking maybe we can, by Friday, we will have gotten some questions for you to do section 6. Chapter 6. I think. So, because most of the things in chapter 6 are all related, like what we did in section 6.1 is related to section 6.3 and 4, as we continue like that. So that means chapter 6, everything is connected. Okay, so let's look at difference of square patterns. Difference of square patterns. All right, so if you still remember the difference of squares, where we say that a square plus a square minus b square. You still remember this. So a square minus b square is a difference of what? Squares, right? And this one is similar to a minus b, a plus 1. Because if you expand this one, then you can say a multiplied by a plus b minus b multiply a plus. You remember how we were doing this, right? And then we did what? We get the greatest common factor here. Where our greatest common factor is a plus b, which is this, and then we take this one and this, which is a minus b. Now, when you expand this, when you multiply, now we say going this way is doing what? Factoring, right? Factor, and then coming this way, you do what? You multiply. That's what you say, right? So when we multiply this, then when you open these brackets, then this is a square plus when you open this one and this, ab minus this and this, ab minus again this and this, minus b square. So when you simplify, then a square, ab and ab will be what? So it will be minus b square. So that is the difference of two squares. So when you are given any question like, let's say x squared minus 9, this is also a difference of two squares, right? So this is similar to what?
X minus 9.
X minus 3, x plus what? X minus 3, x plus So you get the square root of this, which is x, you get x, the square root of 9, you get what? 3. So when you factor it, then you get x minus 3, x plus 3. Now, if you are given 49, let's say 49 y square minus 49 x square, or let's put it minus 49 x squared. Now, again, this is a what? A difference of two squares, difference of squares. So you look at the coefficient and y square. When you get the square, then you get what? 7 or 7. Or without doing much about it, then do we still remember how we factor out what? 49, right? So when you factor 49, then what do you get? Y square minus what? Minus x square. Y square minus x square. This is the best thing to do. So when you do like this, then now you do what? Get a difference of 2 squares. This is a difference of what? 2 squares. Of squares. 49. And then brackets, this and this will be what? Y minus x. And then what? Y plus x. So our answer will be what? 49 y minus x, y plus x. 49 plus x, y plus x. So you factor 49 out, and then the inside one will be a difference of squares. Yeah. These guys in Zoom today are not coming to class. Okay, so now if you are given, let's say, y square or even u square plus 49 z square, u square plus 49 z square. Now, looking at this, when you remember how we were doing the factoring for the difference of square, then u can be similar to that, and then plus let's say 7z, and then 1 square, right? Now, because this is positive here, then we cannot do it. We cannot factor from here. So this one cannot be one. Cannot be factored. So, but if it was negative here, you could have done what? Factor. Now, since it is positive, then you cannot factor.
Why can't you factor?
Because it is the sum. So if it was a minus here, then it is a difference of square. But now it is a positive. So you cannot factor this one further. It will just remain. So it will just be u square plus 49 z square. But if it was a negative, then you could have factored that one. Another example, let's say you're given 16x b square plus 64x. Factorize. Now, you can factor out the greatest common factor there, which is what? 16x. So when you factor out 16x, then you get z squared. That's what? 4, right? Plus 4. Z squared plus 4. Now, since this is positive here, then we cannot do what? We cannot factor it. So that means we have factored this one completely, which will now be our answer. So you have another one, let's say 36m square u plus 16 u. 36m square u plus 16 u. Factorize this. So again, similar to the previous one, when we factor out one, all right. When you remove 4 outside, what would remain? So for what? For u, right? So for u, this one is 9m square plus what? Plus 4. So again, you cannot factor further from here because this is what? Plus. So that is the sum. So we've noticed that difference of squares can be factored further if it is a square minus b square. If this one is minus negative, then therefore this will be similar to what? A minus b, a plus. A minus b, a plus b. Now, if we come to the next section, the perfect square trinomial products. So perfect square trinomials. Perfect square trinomial products. Now, number one, a square plus 2ab plus b square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. The factors of this are, if we factorize this completely, then what do you get? You get a plus what? B square. Or this is similar to a plus b, a plus b. Number two, a square, now minus here, 2ab plus b square. This is similar to a minus b square, which is the same as a minus b, a minus. So those are the perfect square patterns. So if we expand a plus b square, then it is similar to a square plus 2ab plus b squared. If we expand a minus b squared, which is, we expand this one, then what do you get? A squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Now we are going to use all these patterns to now factorize if you're given an expression of the form maybe a squared minus 2ab plus b squared, or a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. Example number 1. So we're going to use this one to solve. For example, factor 9c squared plus 42c plus 49. 9c squared plus 42c plus 49. Now, how will we factor this? Now, looking at this is similar to what? Number 1. Number 1, right? So this is similar to a squared plus what? 2ab plus what? B squared, right? Now, the factors of these are what? A plus B squared. A plus B squared. Now, if you look at this one, then what is our A squared?
9c.
What is our A? What is our A? Sorry. What is our A?
3c.
So our A is what? 3 what? So we can write this one as 3c squared, and then maybe this one as 42c plus, maybe this one as what? 7 squared, right? Now, coming down to the next step, then because we have known that this is 3c squared, and this one is A. Now, plus, say 2. That means we put 2 here. 2 is constant, right? So it's always there. And then AB. Now we know this is what? This is A, right? And this one will be what?
C. Or B.
B, right? So therefore, our A would be what?
3c.
3c. And then our B would be what?
7.
7. And then plus what? 7. And then square. So finally, to factor this, then it will be A plus B. And then we have our A here. Okay, before we go to that, let's look at this one. If it will be equals to what? 42. Okay. So 2 by 3 is 6. By 7 is 42. So basically, our factor will be what? 3c plus what? 7. Then you do what? You square. 3c plus 7 square. Okay? 3c plus square. Example number 2. 64 q squared plus 112 q plus 49. Factor of the latter. So this is also similar to number 1 because these are positive. Because these are positive. So our A here will be A Q, and then you do a square. plus 2, then we need to look for the A and B, and then plus this is what?
7.
7. So what is our A? A is Q, right? And then our B is what? 7. Or B is 7. So when we multiply, do we get 100 at top? So 2 by A by 7. So 16, 16, and 7 is what? 100 at top. So basically, finally, our factor will be 8Q plus what?
7
7
squares.
8Q plus 7 squared. Another example, factor 36 r squared s plus 48 r s squared, and then plus 16 s t. Factorize that. 36 r squared s plus 48 r s squared plus 16 s cubed. Now, first of all, what should we do? So what is, we need to factor out the greatest common factor first. So what is our greatest common factor here? I can see 4. Which one is the other one?
S.
S. So our greatest common factor there is 4s. And then what remains is 9r squared plus what? Is it 12? R s plus what? Plus 4s squared. Now, this now is similar to number 1. Number 1. So this is similar to 4. So 4s remain outside. Then we need to factorize the one which is inside. So this is like 3r squared plus what? 2 is constant, right? So we need to look for a and plus the next one is 2s, then square. So what is our a here? 3r, right? Right? And then our b is what?
2s.
2s. So if we multiply 2 by 3 is 6, by 2 is what? 12. And then r. Okay. So finally, 4s. So what are our factors?
3
3r
plus
plus
2s.
2s. Another example, factor 75 q squared minus 180 q plus 108. So factor 75 q squared minus 180 q plus 108. So this is similar to number 1. Number 2. So it is similar to number 2. And number 2 was a squared minus 2ab plus what? b square equals to a minus b square. A minus b square. Now, before we go to the next step, what is common? Is there anything common there? 3, right? Right? So when you factor out 3, what remains? 25?
Yeah.
25 q square minus what? 660?
Yeah.
Plus what? 30 what?
6.
36. 36. So 3, and then have 5q square minus 2 is constant. We need to look for a and b plus what? 6. So our a is 5q, our b is 6. So 6 by 5 is 30, by 2 is what? 60. So finally, it will be 3, and then what? 5q minus 6. Very simple, right? Very simple. So long as you know which one is number 1 and which one is number 2. And then you need to know if you cannot find the square root of these, then you need to, like that on 75, 180, 108, you cannot find the square root of 75. So you need to see which one is common. And then what job. Now let's come to section 6.3. We don't have any question. 6.3. And this is and difference of cubes. Sums and difference of cubes. Now the previous one was the squares. Now when we come to the cubes, so when we come to the cubes, so number 1, just like the square has a square, a cube plus b cube is similar to a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. A cube plus b cube is similar to a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. If we factorize. So this is the part. These are the factors of this one. So if you expand this, multiply this and this, multiply this and this, multiply this and that, and then plus this and this, this and this, finally, when you multiply, you get this one. Number 2, a minus a cube minus b cube is similar to a minus b a square plus ab plus b square. So you can see the difference there. So for a cube plus b cube, this is plus, and there is this one. Right? So if you remember this is like what? A minus b square, right? And this one is a plus b squared. Okay. So the difference between this one and this is a minus here. So for that one, there is a plus here. And this one, there is a minus here. And then for this one, is a plus. So you need to know the difference. Now, if you're given an example, so example number 1. So x cubed minus 27. X cubed minus 27. So this is similar to number 1. Number 2, right? And our number 2 is a cubed minus b cubed equals to a minus b a square plus ab plus what? B square. Right? So it is similar to our number 2. So what is A and what is B? What is A and what is B? So here, our A is what? X and then what? Cube, right? And then there is our B there, and our B here is what? Right? Yes. So this is our A, and this one is our B. Now we come now and do a substitute them here. So finally, our factors will be what? X minus what? 3 minus 3, and then x squared plus what? X b. So 3x, right? And then plus what? Our b is 3 plus 3 squared. So finally, our answer will be what? X minus 3, and then x squared plus 8x plus what? Plus 9. And that is our answer. We cannot factorize far from here. We cannot factorize because we cannot get the factors of this. So we cannot get the factors. Example number 2, factor an u cube minus n 8n u cube minus n. So what do you do first? We factor out what?
GCF.
GCF, which is what?
And
So n and then 8u cubed minus what? 1. Minus 1. Then we now factorize the inside. So the inside one is like number 2, right? So we write in the form a minus b a square plus ab plus b square. So n, so this is similar to n. Here we do 2u cubed minus 1 cubed. right?
Mhm.
2u. So we have our A, which is 2u, and our B is what? 1. So we retain our n outside, so n. So our A is 2u minus 1. And then the other one will be 1. For A is 2u squared plus 2u plus 1. 1 squared. So finally, we get n 2u minus 1, and then 4u squared plus 2 plus 1. But so final. Nice. Are we together? Are we together? Good. Okay, so another example. Now, if we are given p minus 2 cube minus 125, and then we have factor p minus 2 squared to 125. So how should we factor this? So which one is, so this is similar to number 1, number 2, right? So we have already been given A, which is p minus 2 cube. Now our B is what? 5 cube. Okay. So it is similar to A minus B, A squared plus AB plus what? B squared. Now taking A minus B, so our A is p minus 2. Our B is what? 5 minus 5, right? And then the next one is our A is p minus 2, then square, and then plus our A is p minus 2, our B is 5, then plus our B is what? 5, then square. Now you can simplify. So this is p minus 2 minus 5. And this one, you can open these brackets. This one. So when you open this one, so this is similar to what? P minus 2 square is similar to p square minus what? 4p plus what? Minus plus what? Plus 4, right? Plus 4. So p square minus 4p plus 4. Plus, when you open these brackets here, when you open these brackets, so it will be 5p minus 10, right? And then plus 2. So finally, when you simplify again, then this is p plus what? Plus 7. Okay. No, minus 7. So, and then p square. Is there another p square? No. The p's minus 4p plus 5p. You get what? P plus 4 minus 10 plus 25. So 4 minus 10 is minus
Minus 6.
minus 6, right?
Mhm.
Minus 6 plus 25 is plus 19. That is our simplified answer. So something like this, you expect it in your exam. Something like this. You should expect it in your exam. Okay, so there is a similar one in the next example. We still have 8 more minutes, so I think we can finish it. So let's do. Okay, we haven't done the partial. So let's do the partial. So factor 135 d cubed x plus 3 squared cubed 3x. So what should we factor out there? Greatest common factor is what? I can see x, and I can see we can divide everywhere there by 5, right? So I can see 5x. So what will remain? So when you, so this is
27.
27 d cubed plus this is 64,
Mhm.
and then so 5x 3 1 d and then cube plus 64. So this is like number 1, right?
Mhm.
And number 1 is a minus a plus b, a square minus ab plus b square. So we remain with 5x outside. The inside is a, which is 3b plus 4q. Then a is 3b cubed square minus 2 minus ab. So 3d, then 4q, then plus what? 4q square plus 4q square. So finally, 5x 3d plus 4q. And then here is 9d square minus 12q plus 16. And that is the final font. That is the final. So there are 2 examples which we did not solve, so you can go and try them at home, but the solutions are in Moodle. So make sure you do your homework. I think there is an homework here which is due. I tried to extend some homeworks there, but I could not. The 5.2, I was trying to extend the time, but I will check the day when you did it. But I hope all of you did the homework.
Mhm.
You have not done homework.
I have to catch up.
You need to do your homeworks because if you don't do them,
I got a little behind. I came in here. Yeah, I can go back and do it.
Yeah, so make sure you do them. So let me give you time. I don't want to give you a penalty of 30%.
Thank you.
So when are you supposed to finish?
Today,
All of them?
I will do it today.
So what time? So let me
That's
give you
okay.
up to tomorrow midnight, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, so guys, if you don't have any questions, then we can meet on Wednesday.